Hello, dear students. So, the next experiment is breaking of wound rotor induction motor. So, using this kit, we can perform AC dynamic braking. So, this is the switch for selection of motoring or braking mode for AC dynamic braking. This is the amount of single phase voltage which we can inject into the three phase winding. So here inside this kit we have already done three lead connection. So using three lead connection we will be performing AC dynamic braking. So once you select the method, then you can go in motoring or braking mode. The next method will be phase reversal method. We also call it as plugging or counter current braking. So there also switches there to select motoring or braking mode. So in that case, no need to select any voltage. We are just reversing the phase sequence of the motor, or you can say, or of the supply to the motor. But very important is this rotor resistance. So this is also acting like a rotor resistance starter initially when we are running the machine in motoring, and then this the same resistance is acting like a current limiting resistor when we are performing braking. So you can see on this kit there is MCB voltage, and then stator current, and the three you can say line indicators. On this side, it is the load side or motor side. You can see using this cable we have connected it to the slip ring induction motor. So this motor is coupled to a flywheel. So we have connected flywheel because we want some good amount of kinetic energy so that we can easily show the braking. Otherwise on no load the braking will not be much effective. We cannot be able to see the effect. And there is a three phase supply given to the side. Okay, these are the switches for switching on and off three phase and single phase supply. Through single phase it gets the neutral, and this is the slip ring induction motor. Okay, you can see the number nameplate of this motor. Okay, this is the terminal plate of the motor, where you can see all the 6 terminals are available, or the 6 terminals of the stator are available. No, 3 terminals of stator RYB are available, and 3 terminals of rotor slip ring are available. Slip rings are there inside this. Okay, and here the flywheel. On the flywheel the directions are marked forward and reverse. Okay, now to operate this kit I'll show you the instructions. So obviously this three phase supply and single phase supply has to be switched on first, and then we can pre-select the method. So I'll first show you the phase reversal method, motoring, and this switch must be always at highest resistance. Okay, at start. So at start there is highest resistance in the rotor circuit. Then we can just switch this on. See the currents, 1 ampere, 230 volts, phase voltage. This motor started. Okay, now to run it with full speed and in steady state, I will now reduce the rotor resistance. See, you can hear the sound of the motor. So slowly we have to cut off the resistance. Now the machine is running with full speed. Now to perform the braking operation, we have to add resistance into the rotor first, and then we can select the braking. So if you do not add resistance into the rotor circuit, in that case the motor may burn, because in running condition we are changing the phase sequence. So changing this switch from motoring to braking is actually changing the phase sequence of the voltage applied to the stator. So we know that in plugging there will be slip which is equal to 2, around 2, okay, and practically 2 minus S is the slip during plugging. So due to that, very high currents will be flowing through the stator and rotor. So very important, add the resistance first. So do it fast, okay. You can hear stopping and then running in reverse direction for plugging. So the motor took very small amount of time to stop. Otherwise, the motor takes almost 1 minute to stop. So I'll show you how much time this motor takes to stop when we do not use any braking. So what is the situation now? The stator is having reverse phase sequence applied. There is full resistance in the rotor and the machine is running in reverse direction. So this situation is just like the starting of the motor when we started it in motoring mode. So this situation is same, just the phase sequence is reverse and there is full resistance in the rotor. So safely the motor has accelerated into the reverse direction. Now I will run the machine in reverse direction with full speed. So again it is gaining the speed. So I'll wait until its steady state reaches. So I can also see when the steady state reaches, the current shown will be steady, otherwise it will be variable. Okay, so right now we have started the machine in motoring in first quadrant. Then we have performed plugging. So the operating point gone to second quadrant and then to third quadrant because it has accelerated in the reverse direction in reverse motoring. So right now it is in reverse motoring running with full speed, means the operating point is in the third quadrant. Now we will enter into fourth quadrant and then into first quadrant. So to enter into the fourth quadrant, I will once again add resistance and switch it again to back to motoring. That is possible for plugging because it is used for reversible drives. So we have gone to reverse direction and now we'll again go to forward direction, adding the resistance and switching it. Check the current. The current has increased. So this will be the starting current in reverse. Now again in forward we can see. Check it out and listen the sound of the motor. Machine is running with the steady speed now because I can hear the sound and tell that it is running with a steady speed. Even the current is steady. Now I will again cut off the resistance to run it in normal motoring full speed. Then check, current has increased. Motor speed increasing. See, dynamic condition is now over. Now again current is steady. So steady state has reached in motoring. Okay, so this is the experiment of plugging. So to take readings of this experiment, I'll tell you the procedure. So I'm having a stopwatch right now. Machine is running with full speed because no resistance in the rotor in motoring. So I'll perform the plugging. We'll check out the time taken to stop. So I had to work it fast. So I had to change over the switch and then also switch on the timer. So whatever will be the gap, it will be the same for all readings, so no problem. Okay. Stop. So the machine has stopped and accelerated in reverse direction. So to stop the machine, it has taken 10.20 seconds. Same set of readings we can repeat for some different value of rotor resistance. When we reduce the rotor resistance value, stopping time should be again lesser. Okay, and the very important reading is how much time the motor takes to. Okay, this is 10.2 seconds to stop using plugging. Now we will check how much time it will take to stop without any braking. So for that I will just switch off the motor and I will check how much time it will take to stop. So I am just switching off the motor without any braking. Okay, and it should be running with the full speed. And current will be steady. It will be running with steady full speed. Okay, it is running with full speed. And I will just switch it off. Check how much time it takes to stop. We know that already it has stopped at 10.2 seconds when it stopped using plugging. It is still running. It is more than 1 minute. Stop. Check out. 1 minute and 17 seconds it has taken to stop without any braking method. So in that way, it is confirmed that the plugging works. Okay, now I'll just tell you the procedure to stop this machine using dynamic braking. I'll not perform that braking because I have shown you procedure for plugging. Similar is the procedure. So obviously I have to keep this switch on 0 position so that the motoring or braking nothing is selected. This is already at 0 position. This I will put on AC dynamic braking method. Then I will check select the voltage I want to use for AC dynamic braking, 230 volt or 90 volts. Then I will put it on motoring. We know that in AC dynamic braking it is not useful for reversible drive. So after going to braking, the motor will stop, and then we have to use it and switch it again to motoring position, and then we have to start in motoring, and then we can perform another reading. Okay, otherwise in plugging what we did, we have just operated it in all the 4 quadrants. So that is not possible in AC dynamic braking. It will be operating in first quadrant when motoring, second quadrant when braking. So select the method, select motoring mode, select the voltage, full resistance should be there in the rotor. Then just start the motor, then wait for some time, it will be in steady state. Again reduce this resistance, it will be running with the full speed in steady state. and then just add the resistance again and change over to braking, and just count how much time it takes to stop. That will be one reading. After that reading, switch off the motor, again change over the switch to motoring, select another voltage, full resistance in the rotor, and just start the machine and perform another reading. So in that way, 2 practicals can be performed using this kit. Thank you.